Well, if Eddie can do something with him, the kid got a lot of buzz, and if he can get him to fights where he can make his own legacy, I mean that'll be perfect. Let's just see if he gonna be one of the all time greats. You know what I mean? And that's by putting on these performances that that we want to see. I guess by using the IBF title and beating those guys. I see Crawley is out for some reason. He can't. He won't want to fight Boots. So let's see if we can get somebody in there with this kid. Other than that, he might have to go to 54. Um, I don't know who they got over. Eddie Hearn got over at 54, but he said he will move up to 54. He want to fight anybody, whether it's 47 or 54. So yeah. I mean, hey, it's I mean, I don't see nothing so devastating about this kid. The kid, people don't want to fight him. I think he really good, but I don't see nothing devastating. He ain't knocking nobody out. He ain't knocking nobody out. And maybe they try to lowball him on the fight. But like I say, I don't think you need a tremendous amount to fight him either. I don't see nothing so super worldly about Boots. I just don't. Like I'm saying, he a good fighter. He can box, but I ain't seen him break nobody down. I mean,
When you mean by nobody, you mean by like the opponent, because obviously what he has shown, he's shown
yes,
to do it.
yeah, yeah.
You're talking about a
I'm
name
just
like
even.
somebody.
I still ain't seen. I haven't seen no complete performance by Boots. I'm saying I think he a good fighter and he got a lot of hype, but I'm saying I don't. I'm not. I don't. I'm not sold that he's a complete fighter. I'm not sold that he's a complete fighter, and I mean, I don't. So I'm not. I'm just saying I don't see nobody why they ready to scared to jump in there with him.
So so
I'm just saying
so
he
what?
not super fast like Roy Jones. He not. I mean, I'm like I'm saying. I just don't see nothing super to be afraid of him if I think I'm somebody.
So you're telling me that you don't, by the eye test, looking at everyone in the division, he doesn't pass that eye test more than anybody else.
Yeah, he the number one contender. He'd be the champion. But let's just see how he do in these fights. Let's see how he progresses in the fights. Let him take those fights and let me see how spectacular he look in these fights. That's what we trying to find out.
So tell me, those fights you speak upon, what would those fights be? Who would they be to impress you?
No, even going about his business. Like, bro, I'm not. I haven't went back and watched the Jaron Ennis fight. Like, damn, he cold. I like that little dude. He cold. I'm gonna go watch him. I haven't watched that fight. He
Mm.
looked good against Vila. Vila was a come forward type of guy. Like I say, we haven't seen much of him. The Clayton fight, oh boy, Clayton quit. You know what I'm saying? Um, he haven't had nobody really stand up to him to showcase none of that stuff too. To his credit, you know what I mean. He having nobody to stand up to him. So, like I say, I want to see it. I want to see it. I think he's a good talent. But I'm saying this. I'm not looking at him like, oh, he hit so hard. Oh, he's so fast that the division weak though. Anyway, 47 is weak anyway. You know what I mean? 47 is weak. It's gone now. Like who they it's the 47-pound division is weak now. It's gone
So
now. Everybody up bigger and everybody's moved out of 47. They all at 54 now.
all right. So but he, in that interview, he did speak upon moving up to 54 and fighting the best at
Yeah.
54 as well. Now, we all know that probably some of the better names at 54 are definitely on PBC. Um but in the same time, there are some names that could potentially be some great fights in Matchroom. First off, speaking upon Connor Ben, what do you think about that fight? It seems like that's a fight that they're really, really trying to make happen. Speak a little bit upon that. Do you think that fight could be a fight
That
that,
should be the
like,
that should be the next fight. That should be the fight. If cuz it's kind of being with Matchroom.
yes?
All right, so then that's the fight that need to happen then. Let's see if first we got to see what let's got to see what Connor being talking about cuz he been talking a lot of shit. Boots, like I say, he been saying he ready to fight anybody. It don't matter. And Eddie Hearn talking a lot of stuff. So let's see then. What do we get him over there if we can't get him the biggest fights? And I
Mm.
heard him say this too. Like I say, and if well, come up with the money to fight Crawford then. They've been saying you got a lot of money, you got a lot of money, and I've been hearing a lot of rumors that say that you wasting a lot of money. Well, then waste some of that money on Crawford. Then throw some of that money Crawford's way to make that fight happen. It's about the money. Like I said, as far as everybody keeps saying about the money, and I understand money is important. But like I say, when you feel like Bud Crawford had accomplished so much, like I'm saying, what I'm gonna get out of fighting this guy, besides the people wanna, you ain't never gonna be enough for the people. The people ain't never gonna be satisfied. So like I say, if everybody's so hyped on this guy and everything, which is gonna be a big fight, then you gotta pay the kid to make the weight. You gotta pay him to fight, man. You gotta pay it. It's just the way that is. Not Lord bless him, he has not accomplished nothing yet. Crawford is a veteran champion. You know what I mean? So you got to pay him. Ain't nobody throwing no money the way. It couldn't have been. I heard him say that Bud said he not looking his way, but like I say, why is not he not looking his way? Because either he want to move up, which is his right, which he said he wanted to do, or they ain't paying him enough money to grind it out and do that. You know what I mean? So just is what it is. But again, I want to see. Let's just see. Let's see what Eddie Hearn and them can do. Now all the talking is now it's big time talk. We gonna put the talking to the test now.
So I'm glad that I'm glad. I love the energy too. I'm glad that you said that because, like in that interview today, Eddie Hearn dropped one speaking upon the signing of Jaron Boots Ennis and speaking upon Crawford, the fight that he wants to be made, and also Turkey Al Sheik stepping in and wanting to possibly, entertain that. So now we have here Jerome Boots and is on record saying he wants to go and fight the best at 54 as well. And then we also have Eddie Hearn saying that, the bag will be there. So in your eyes, do you think the fight happens? 2024.
Wait, repeat that again one more time.
I said that Eddie Hearn wants to fight. He would probably have Turkey Al Sheik possibly fund the fight. And now the bag is there. Also, we have Jerron Boots Ennis in that interview saying that he wants to fight the best even at 154 pounds. So it seems to me that meets both of those criterias.
Well, let's go then. Shit, I don't know. Let's go. We capture a title at 54, and then you come up with 54 and fight because they're gonna pay. I don't know.
In your eyes, you think the fight happens 2024 or the end of
I
2024?
think if I think if they come up with the money to make Bud want to fight, he gonna fight. Especially at 54. Like I say, the guy is he's huge. This guy is a big guy. I don't know what it's gonna take to make 47. Like I say, he wanted to move up, so I don't know. I don't know. He all muscle nowadays. He used to be a little lanky little kid. You know what I mean? Now he just a full. He didn't filled out fully, and I think 54 probably gonna be his best weight. I think 54 he really can shine at 54 as well. But like I say, if they want to fight at 47, if they're gonna have to pay, they're gonna have to make it worth the kids' while.
Well,
Because
I
we know
mean,
we definitely ain't scared.
yeah, because I mean, in the same time, they're trying to apply that pressure, saying they want to become undisputed at 47 first, and we all know that Crawford's still unified champion.
Yeah,
So we got to kind of see what
Bud is the
Crawford
big
want to
dog.
do. It's kind of like we waiting on what Crawford want to do as far as moving up or staying at 47.
So I can't speak on everything that's going on, but I know moves is being made, and the kid that said he wanted to move up to 54, we were definitely trying to get the Fundora zoo winner or whatever, but we getting pushed out of that way for somehow reason, getting blackballed in that situation. There's two other titleists, and I don't know what the situation is on that, but that's a way we could go, and become fortunate enough to win the championship at 54, and then Eddie Hearn wants to fight or Boots with Bud Crawford, then they can make it happen. But like I'm saying, again, everybody want to see the fight with Boots, but I'm not sold that this kid really wants this fight. I'm not sold that he really wanted that he's really been wanting to fight. I feel like now again, it's like people keep asking, and keep saying that. So now you're forced to kind of want to. But there was no other nothing. I mean, it was. I don't see no real effort on this kid's part to try to make the fight.
So they got to be two different things. Eddie Hearn and him speaking upon they want this, or do you believe Eddie is pushing for this, and he's and Jaron Ennis is being pushed into this direction,
Are they pushing for the fight?
right? Because Eddie's saying he
Uh,
wants that fight. He
yeah.
wants to change. Eddie's trying to change boxing right now. Eddie's trying to make sure that he got the best dudes. He signed Subir Matias and Jaron Ennis, and within a month. You know what I mean?
I mean, like well, it's gonna be, like I say, if he coming with the money or somehow, some type of way, he probably can get Crawford to fight. Like I say, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's going on with Bud right now. I don't know who he's gonna fight or but I know he won the campaign at 54. So tell something, but let's see what you can do. Can you make the fights happen? Like I said, if you got Sabril Matias, I mean, these kids is ready to fight. He ready to fight the Devin Haney's and ready to fight Tiafimos and stuff. So can you make that deal? Do you have enough in your repertoire to make those fights happen? Because those are the fights we want to see now. I think the people are fed up with those guys fighting everybody else but each other.
Hmm.
I think that's where the business that boxing is at. Can we make these guys fight each other? That's what we want to see. These guys fight each other. And again, like I'm saying, that's just where it's at. So, can he talk about it or be about it? Or you gonna keep pulling us along, and everybody just keep going about their separate ways, and we just keep hoping and wishing for the fight. And, we might get a good fight, like I'm saying. Might get a good fight with whoever. I don't even know who. I want to say like a Ryan Garcia type opponent. With a Devin Haney. So who else we get? We getting a Frank Martin versus a Tank Davis. So something like that. So if they want to put him in there with somebody, I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say, Mill City,
I hear you.
in the
Now,
sense that
go ahead.
yeah, that's what I'm just saying. In those type of fights, let's see if he can deliver more than that.
Yeah,
If he
yeah.
got, and
Because we
again, if
like
he
like
won't, if he
like we
won't,
had the Boo Boo. Boo Boo, he didn't deliver for Boo Boo.
exactly, exactly, exactly. Again,
We
like
never
I
got
say, the
Joshua and
thing.
Wilder.
Never got Joshua and Wilder, but I think that's Joshua's fault, and I think that was Boo Boo's fault because Boo Boo was never exciting. Boo Boo never made you. He was a good fighter, a solid fighter, but never did nothing to really wow you or entertain you. I think Boots has a wow factor. You know what I mean? Boots has the little flashiness that you know what I mean, and his following. He's starting to gain a cult following. So like I say, so then put the money up. Then if they believe in him so bad, put the money up, make the fight happen, make it make sense for it to happen. Whatever that situation is, make up a fucking belt. Y'all want them to fight so bad. Make up a fucking belt, and they can fight for the money in the belt. Whatever they say. Let's just see the damn fight. Everybody want to see the fight. Let's make shit make it make sense. Crawford gonna
Eddie
beat his ass.
Eddie Hearn in today's interview said that he should be a mega star in Philadelphia. Now that he's signed with Matchroom, he could be that. So he's speaking heavy. He's speaking heavy, and then you know, what's your thoughts on that interview? Just watching it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like I'm saying, he got a cult following, but I got man, he ain't look who where. Man, look. I'm saying because I can't think of nobody else. Like I said, I can't think of nobody else. But like I say, they matched them. I don't know. I don't know. The fella was scared to death. The Canadian dude that we thought was gonna get was scared to death. Karen boxed the shit out of him, was boxing him, was catching him, but everybody they hurry up and quickly put that aside because of the Vila fight. I mean, like I'm saying, man, I'm telling you, I'm not sold on, I'm not sold on that. Like I'm saying, Bud Crawford was knocking people out. He knocked Delorme the fuck out. He knocked Jeff Horn out. He stopped John Lynn. He was knocking people out. He was beating their asses. I'm just saying, and I like I say, that's why Bud Crawford way up there. But when you trying to compare them, what they keep trying to compare them, like I'm saying, I mean, he put Sanabria, made him do a flip. He you see what he did to Hank Lundy. I mean, what we do? You see what we did to Ndongo, how he dropped him with a body shot. You see what we did to Sean Porter. I mean, like I'm saying, these are these are memorable things. I mean, like I say, Boots ain't he right in there where he need to be now. Let's see. Let's see him fight Centillion. Is he supposed to? No, that's us. So that's WBO. They're gonna fight Brian Norman Jr. Gonna fight Centillion. Let's see him fight. I don't know. I mean, these guys is pussies these days. Ain't really nobody out there. I don't know. Nobody want to fight him. I mean, who? And like I say, the 47-pound division weak. Virgil Ortiz moved up to 54. All the 47-pound stars moved up to 54. So there's really nobody for her to fight. So I mean, just like you got somebody to fight them beforehand, I mean, I don't see much talk except they got more hoopla behind them. You got more hype behind them. So you got to pay them guys just a little bit more. Keep them busy. Whatever it is, like he said, I don't care who I fight. Fight somebody. Keep them fighting. Keep them in the public eye. Keep them in there with bums. It don't matter. As long as he putting on performances, something else should come. I will figure. You know what I mean? I will figure because I don't see nothing boogeyman about this guy. I just don't.